You reached the voicemail box of Lieutenant Jared Kinsman with Fort Collins Police Professional Standards Unit. I'm either on the phone or away from my desk. If you please leave me a message, I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hey, Lieutenant Kinsman. It's me, William Montgomery. 970-825-4421, 970-412-5623. So, I know you got some other things to do. I left kind of a really crappy voicemail there in terms of to explain things. Let's just put it this way. There's three primary concerns more than anything else. All the other ones are easy. Dave and I can handle them and so forth. But these three are just the real sticklers between you guys and us. And it's Occupy Jefferson, it's attempted influence, and it's my fence. And these three are the kind of situations that have zero probable cause. If not, you guys have lies and actual verifiable falsehoods that you use to put it together with. So all these three are kind of linked in a way, but not necessarily. The attempted influence is linked to the Occupy Jefferson by Giddings, because he tried to use one comment in the Occupy Jefferson protest to try and get some, people to look at the previous comment that I made to Mike West, I'm guessing. So, but let me just break down these three situations with you in terms of what I believe the police department has the capacity to do themselves. So in Occupy Jefferson, that night on September 14th, 2015, Giddings had told us all that he went to the Parks Department, that they're the official source for boundaries, and that this is the official map, curb to curb. So when we went to the Parks Department later, we talked to Bud. They clearly said they weren't the official source for boundaries. It didn't look like they ever said that they were ever alluding to that either. They were a little shocked. In fact, Bud said, yeah, he just asked for a map and he got a map. We just gave it to him. So we have that audio of Bud and also Matt Calhoun, but you don't really need that from us because you can probably go down there yourself. And so that's lie number one, is that this is not the official source of boundaries of the Parks Department. And that map that they used, curb to curb, was not the official map. But more importantly is that in the streets, he said he talked to the city attorney about it all. He said 4 times, in fact, throughout the encounters. And then when pressed in court, my unlawful conduct trial, I asked him, and he said, no, I've never talked to any city attorneys. And so that's a really big fat lie, and it kind of looks like you guys were doing that to basically cover up that you didn't finish your investigation, and you just wanted to tell a couple guys off in the streets. So, but ultimately, though, like I said, we figured out how to at least fry him, drill down questions that I know the answers are false to. And so one of them was, how many leases are there for the place? Because I was showing him how the red map didn't go, the red lines in that red and green map did not go out to the sidewalk, but that the green did. But he, in court, said that the red map lines were the railroad company's property. And so he basically had to fry his brain to think about what that green line area must have been like if it's not the red area. And naturally, if there's a green area that's not inside the red area, there was a little bit there, that he's going to have to say something like 2 leases, since he already said that the railroad company has its own property, the red line, and that naturally the railroad company leased it out to the city for the Jefferson Park. So what we're trying to say here is the reason why we asked him that question is because a normal, objectively reasonable cop that's not compromised, that's not in the racket, that's not lying and perjuring and so forth to cover up his crimes, is probably going to be able to use that and sniff up the tree and find out the correct information, because no one would ever say that there's 2 leases when it was the railroad company that leased the park. That was the original story that was given. So basically what we're saying is eventually, when we gave him enough information about the inconsistencies with the maps in trial, any normal, objectively reasonable cop would find a place that they would now need to go sniff more up the trail and finish their investigation. And so since he didn't do that, and since he just alleged that it was guaranteed to be the park, and that he couldn't be wrong because it's the Parks Department who gave him this map and stuff like that, all of that was hoopla in court. It was hearsay, and I tried to explain it, and nobody believed me. And I got convicted of being inside of a park when I'm not even inside of a park. So naturally, unlawful conduct is that you're repetitively violating the underlying municipal code charge. And I never violated the underlying municipal code charge of being in a park. David's park curfew trial, since he got a municipal code ticket that night, 9:15, same location as me on the sidewalk, he got that struck down just on designation, because that's how the actual elements work for that, regardless of map. And also the judge there noticed that map was
You are approaching the
conflicting.
maximum length for a recording. Finish your recording after the tone.
But anyways, we just got to explain the Occupy Jefferson real quick here, that he lied and covered up a bunch of crap to convict us of being outside of a park. I was never in that park on November or August 15th, 2015. Sorry. Just never was. You should have all the information
The maximum
to work with
length
that.
for a recording. To send this message, press pound or hang up. To mark it, your message has been sent.